Yes. So, yeah, thank you so much for all your feedback up to this one to third module. What we have seen, it was really wonderful and amazing topics that we have gone through, and I tried to simplify it as early as possible and as much as possible. So, let me walk you through the next fourth important module where we are going to understand driving the sales via training. How exactly a sales training expert or an L&D expert, he will drive the training to make it a profitable business. Because unless and until any training or knowledge imbibing happens, until and unless we cannot reach anywhere in our life. So this is our personal experience also in our life, right? So wherever if we want to reach somewhere else in the different heights of our life, so we have to go through a new sort of learnings. Otherwise, it is not possible for us to learn some new things. So this is what we have also learned. So yeah. So if I want to say, when driving the sales, via training. So what is my approach? So my approach is completely simple. It is with a six step where we are going to help this training to drive the sales completely. So this is very important where you should understand each and every deeper points of this particular training and sales, how it joins and how it combines and how the training will lead to the sales and how the revenue will increases in the business. So majorly what we will do is, see, ultimately the major focus of all the delegates who are sitting here, with all your acceptance, I would like to say this: revenue, retention of the retention, as well as the customer impact. So these are the three major parts where every single business is working upon, because of which our business is also standing. So this we already know. So to get a certain sort of measurable revenue, right? So coaching is necessary. For coaching, diagnosis is necessary, right? So now that is why, because of that, all considering all these points, what I usually think is, as an L&D expert, as a sales training expert, so I want you know to translate this learning and development into sales, retention, revenue growth, and everything. Whatever this training should become like a sales engine, right? Not a support function, not a support function. It's a sales engine it should become. So for that, what I will do is, I will go with six different important points which you have already gone through also might be, but let me also deeply try to explain this with every single part. So ultimately, we have to stop deployment directly, right? We have to measure 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, once in these many number of days, where the business results are going, and we have to refine it again and again, instead of deploying only the executives on the floor. Okay. So in that six steps process, the first process is align, diagnosis, diagnose, design, deploy, coach, measure, and iterate. So what do you mean by align? Align means we have to translate business KPIs. What are the key performance index we keep for the business? So it might be revenue, or it might be the performance metrics of the performance of the different executives, different departments. Every business KPI, whatever are there, so that should be a learning objective in the align stage. So bit by bit, everything should be learned about the business. So that is what the first step is all about. Second is, we have to diagnose, like we have to go with the analytics, we have to go with the performance metrics of the executives, we have to go with the CRM softwares where the funnel gaps is happening, there we have to go through, we have to check whether a win or loss data, how it is happening, all these things we have to go through. Then design. So we have to check out whether the scenario based playbooks are available in our training or not, because as the scenarios occurs at that time, the executive should not pamper, or he should not get embarrassed with the situations when he suddenly faces something. So at that time, before that, before he hits the floor only, we have to give him all the materials with the playbooks, where it includes objection handling, competitor analysis, or every single small micro learnings, call pitch, demo pitch, everything should be ready and prepared for him, so that he will not face any problem once he hit the floor. So that is what the design is all about, consisting all about. And again, the sales script, what I told. So deploy, how usually we have to deploy? So first we have to pilot the training, then we have to train the trainer. So we have first the trainer should get the knowledge, and then it should be scaled to roll out. So we have to take it to the executives, and then it will flow on. So from the top to the slowly middle level and junior level, so it should flow. So like this, we have to start coaching. So how we have to coach? So again, we have to go with the different models, based on the business objectives. We have to go with the weekly cadence, sometimes daily cadence. It depends, completely depends. Usually we will go with the weekly cadence itself, as we already know. So weekly cadence we will go. Then quality assurance feedback we will take, exactly where the executives are, standing, where our trainers are standing. With the quality assurance we will take, and then the manager involvement also matters a lot. How the manager is, proactive, and he is taking the objectives. How he is keeping that. Higher targets for them, and how he is inspiring them to achieve that. So everything, these things matters. So at the end, we have to measure, as I told you, each and every single performance metrics, very important in our the whole training, because with that itself, we will try to understand where we are and where we have to go and how we are going to achieve that. So this is what it's completely about the, driving the sales training. So practically, if I want to say you one of the important, the experience of mine in my work. So again, I'm going with the star table. So usually, practically, I will go with situation, task, action, result. So with this format only. So the situation was like this. So one of the US clients were there. No, he wanted measurable sales uplift actually, and also again retention he wanted. So this was the, situation which happened for us. So then what we did was, like, I planned, usually the task was, we have to connect it to the L&D programs, obviously, because with that only we can directly, we can help in the revenue metrics, right? L&D only can help. So directly we got involved and we connected with the L&D. So then we analyzed what was the situation and where they were lagging behind. The gaps were identified, and then we went with the action. So the action plan was like this: the full enablement we took on. So there, in the full enablement, you can see, we went on with the call analytics, exactly the call reports, call audits, everything we did went with the call analytics. Then tailored the micro learnings. So small micro learning capsules, what I told, that we had introduced. So based on it, might be products, process, payment, sales pitch script, sales script, demo pitch, everything. So we had prepared a micro learnings to sudden, or for a short recall. So that was tailored again with the AI and, mastered tools nowadays, as per the updated procedures. Then manager coaching, the coaching manager also, unlike me and the manager of the company, both got involved with that. And we also tracked the cohort, like exactly, the cohort which we are specialized, some special executives are kept for special cohorts. So for them, we started tracking in different manners itself. So because of which, by doing all these, action plans, so the results, what we achieved was, for the US client, I'm telling you. So the revenue got increased. You can see the revenue. This is exactly what I'm showing you. This is exactly the situation, task, action, results that we achieved, that I have written, and I just took the screenshot from the Google Sheets that I kept here. So because it will be easy for us to understand, the directly it is coming from the reports format karke. So revenue, it got increased with 250,000 dollars per month. That was around, 15% of income, revenue was increased. And with all doing this, attrition rate went down by, 28% to 19%. So you just think within 6 months, we reduced up to 9 percentage, you know, this attrition rate also, right? So after this, you can see NPS again, it got increased from 62 to 74. So this is where, once again, I would like to tell you, the training is not only just the training, dear friends. What you say, you also please reply me in the chat box. Training is not just the training. Training is the revenue engine. If we properly make the utilization of this particularly training, 101% every business can excel in the exponential growth. This is what exactly that the thought process we should have. So with this, I'm going to complete the module 4. So before going to the next module, so I would like to ask you if you have any questions until here. So I'm open for the questions. I'm open for the questions. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Jill here, she's asking one of the best questions that she's asking, like how do you deal with the customer executives when facing the uh, customers, so they will more than sales, they will focus more upon understanding the pain points only. Okay. Yeah, obviously that happens because see, customer executives were trained at the beginning in that manner only. They don't know sales. They only know how, what is the, they will ask like the customers, like what is your problem? So they will note the problem, they will raise the ticket and they will try to solve the problem and they will complete the ticket. So this is how they have been trained and they were doing this work. So now we are suddenly taking them from customer executive role to the directly we are going to take them to the sales part. So when suddenly we take them, obviously this happens. So for them what we can do is, again, like two things I'm remembering. So first thing is, again here we can, in this feedback and coaching session, I will tell you the answer for this. Just simply if I want to say, feedback means we can give the sudden feedback for them where whenever he is going or she is going out of the way. So at that particular moment only we can uh, uh, train them, or we can tell them like this is where you have to work upon. And coaching, we have to give them some sort of 2 weeks or 1 week proper classroom training if it is necessary, or any sort of training if it in any sort of way, like it might be micro learning capsule we can give or anything, so that we can train them in that manner itself. Getting my point? So once if they are trained, obviously their mind will, because it's all a subconscious habit, right? So once if they are trained, it will happen. And trust me, you just try to do this, what I'm going to tell now, you just try to do this, and then you tell me whether it is happening or not. So let me start with the feedback and coaching now. So what is the feedback and difference between coaching? Can anybody tell me here? Yes. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Just a minute. Okay. What I was telling you is, like, see, yes, Rajesh from India, he has written very nice, feedback and versus coaching. Yeah, that is what, Rajesh, that is true. So, yeah, quick correction versus long-term behavior change. So let us try to understand this. And bit next few 2 to 3 modules are bit easy also to understand, and we have already implemented this. So I will bit be in the faster sense. So let us try to understand the roles and techniques, exactly how the differentiation will happen. So quick correction versus long-term behavior change. So what is the difference? See, uh, let me tell you what is feedback and coaching first. So feedback means it is an instant fix. If something is happening, suddenly you see that, you suddenly go and tell them. So as she asked me the question, like customer executive is suddenly, he lost the idea that he's not a customer, no more customer executive now. He is a sales executive. So whenever he misses that point, suddenly we can go and give the feedback for him that you are missing out, you are again you are going back to your old customer executive role. So instantly we can give. So we can coach him also in the second point. What is that? Sustained habit change. So we can give him certain modules or certain rubrics or certain role plays we can make him to play again and again, like up to 1 week or 3 days or 7 days, based on the capacity of the executive, so that the sustained habit change will happen. Okay. So again, what is the difference between teacher and facilitator as a trainer now? So as simple as that, teacher is someone who delivers the content. Just he delivers the content. But now we are not a teacher, we are a facilitator. That means we have to make them to practice. We are a practice enablers. We have to make them to practice. So in all the whole sales training, the quick correction and this long-term behavior change. Both the things should go hand in hand. And as a trainer, as a manager, we should be knowing exactly at what time we have to use quick correction, at what time we have to go with the long-term behavioral change. So how we can do that? So it's very easy. You can go with that, the simple technique. Here I am showing you one of the important technique here, feedback. So usually how I go with the feedback session, feedback coaching, feedback versus coaching. So feedback means it is an SBI model. So SBI means already situation, behavior, and impact, right? So it is like a 10-minute fix or 5 minutes fix, 5 minutes fix. So that will happen in a very short, small span of time, and the executives will also change their ideas. So the experience is like this situation, that which I occurred in my one of the counselors. So he was interrupting the parents during the need analysis while having the call. So what was the feedback that I gave? See, as a manager, I knew that he was interrupting more and more when the need analysis was happening. So suddenly I went inside and I told him that in yesterday's demo, or okay, tomorrow also, one day after the day, or on the live spot also, you can do this if you listen that. So I told him after the next day, the yesterday's demo when it was happening, that was the situation, right? Situation, behavior, impact. So when the yesterday's demo was happening, you were interrupting the customer. You interrupted the customer for 4 to 5 times. That was your behavior, right? So now, what is the impact that we can make them bring now? So because of which the impact happened was like they got disengaged in the call, right? So this is how I told him, and then I told him the solution. From the next time, don't interrupt. Let you maintain your calmness, let him speak. Until and unless you note down all the need points properly, pain points properly, you wait for that. So this is what the feedback that I gave. So this is a feedback. Then there is a 10-minute fix. So you can go with the coaching now. Coaching means I will usually follow the grow model. What do you mean by goal model? Again, goal model means, grow model means, G means goal. Second one, reality, options, way forward. So this is a weeks of practice. It will take few weeks, few days to practice this. So say for example, what happened? The same situation when it comes, if I implement the grow model or coaching model, then what I will do is over 3 weeks, I will run a grow plan. What is that grow plan? So first one is goal. What is the goal? You have to improve. For executive, I will tell you have to improve the listening first. You have to improve the listening first. So this is what I will tell you. So now, for the next 3 weeks, I will check out the reality. So whether he interrupts in the calls or not, in the demos or not, that I will check it out. Then the reality, I will also check it out, and I will tell him also to check out properly. So both the things should go hand in hand. Then the reality is interrupts often, usually, right? That was the reality. So then options was like, what option we can give for him was like, I told him to pause for 3 seconds before replying. Before replying anything, wait for 3 seconds. So this is how the way forward he started tracking himself on the call logs. Usually I also track 1 or 2 calls in a day, or 3 calls might be. So based on that, whatever the training that we implemented in that, the trainers implemented in that. So this started improving slowly one by one, all right, because of which you can see the results. What I was got was like the interruption was reduced by 70 percentage, and conversion increased by 15 percentage. So this is what exactly I want to tell you the numbers again. So when I'm talking about this all things, so I would like to tell you the difference between teacher and facilitator also. As I told you, teacher means he delivers only content, talks more, and structured flow will be there only as per the teacher. He will not listen to the students, right? So he might be listening also, but usually teacher means this is what exactly it means. Facilitator, nowadays even teachers are also not called as teachers, they are also called as facilitators, right? So facilitators means they guides practice, they encourages debates, and they are learner driven basically. So usually in feedback, I was a teacher. You can just correlate with this previous slide. In feedback, I was a teacher. In coaching, I'm a facilitator. As simple as that. Okay. So with all these things, what I would like to tell you is like SBI, the situation, the behavior and the impact SBI model is good for on the floor, on the spot. But grow model, that is, goal, reality, options, way forward. So this is applicable and helpful for the long run because it is a behavioral shift. So it is very important. So once again, if I want to say my practical experience, one of the practical experiences what I had was with a star model. Again, situation was like this: ki one agent was there, was there who was interrupting the customers unnecessarily in the middle, right? Because of which many of the times he lost, closable deals, closable opportunities. So because of that reason, what I did was, like, the task which I took was, like, I started correcting his call behavior, right? Call behavior. And also started, helping him to build the listening habits more and more. So because of which action was implemented, the action plan was like this: immediate SBI feedback was given, like, immediate SBI feedback, already situation, behavior, and impact. This all the three things given on the spot as a feedback from my side. Plus, again, the next coaching plan was also included for the next 2 weeks. I told him I want every day, or per week at least, three role plays per week plus one shadow session should happen. So because of which he got, conscious that sir is going to check, or my trainers are going to check, because of which he suddenly started following up properly. So because of which, again, the results, it got resulted in such a manner that silence or the hold matrix, what we say in the call, so that got improved, and representatives conversion also got increased by 18% in 30 days. In just 30 days, my dear delegates, in just 30 days, 18% was increased. So again, here I would like to say, SBI feedback fixed, immediate mistakes. Usually it fixes only immediate mistakes, but the coaching, it will help you to fix with a grow model, the long term habits. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So this is what all about, the feedback versus coaching. So until here, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Nice, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for your wonderful, the replies that you people are giving. So before going to this module 7, just a minute. Yeah, okay. Maria from, Spain, she is asking one of the important questions. Yes, yes. I'm reading. I'm reading. You just kind of message, no? Yes. So Maria's question is, like, how we can increase the revenue within a short span of time with this grow model. Okay. See, again, I would like to say the same thing. You have an eye on the, revenue. Obviously, you must have, and we must have the the goal to reach this much number. That is common, and that we should have. But don't stuck on with the numbers or with the goal only. Focus upon the process. As I told you, what is the difference between the teacher and a facilitator, right? And the what is the difference between the coach, right? Why I told you this? Because I want you to become a facilitator. You help your executives to imbibe all the knowledges whatever he has acquired in the classroom, on the floor. Then only it will be easy for him and for you also to grow in the near future. Otherwise, it will not be easy for him. So based on this, again, I would like to tell you, increasing revenue is very much essential, that I truly accept. But don't only focus upon revenue, focus upon the growth of the executive's mindset. Once if his mindset is improvised, once if his knowledge is improvised, once he can implement all the learnings, then everything else is so easy for you to do happen, right? So that is what I wanted to tell you. Okay, let me go for this beautiful one more module, which exactly I feel like this is essential here. So if you have any sort of, questions, you can ask me in the middle, or once after completing one module, I will only stop and ask you. So can you please reply me with a yes? Reply me with a yes, so that I can go ahead for the sixth module. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone. From everyone, I'm receiving this wonderful response. So let me not waste the time, and I will go with the conversion rates and throughput targets. So here, what I'm going to do is I am going to use some maths, math, as well as I'm also trying to plan and implement, optimizing how the hiring team or the HR people will plan the hires, and based on that, how we are going to train them. So based on that, so here I'm going to take some examples like 800 hires per 100 per month, like this. So let me discuss about that. So what we are going to learn in this is, so key points what we are going to learn in this is, first one is to increase the training capacity is all our major focus. Okay, so how you will increase the training capacity is by translating the business hiring plan itself. We can transform and improvise the training capacity. Getting my point? So both go hand in hand. Hiring of the business plan and training capacity both goes hand in hand, hand in hand. So because of which our ROI with the conversion rates and throughput targets improvise, and we can prove that whatever the throughput targets that we have kept. And third one is balancing the scale versus quality in BPO training. So we have to balance both the scale, the quality, and the scale of the BPO training. So this module completely shows how I usually, use the formulas on the capacity planning for the training team to achieve the business targets as per the hiring demands. Getting my point? So what are my formulas usually? So I'll just give you a small shot of formulas directly for this particular session, uh, as it is a very vast subject, but still I'm making it as short and crisp as I told you. So key formulas what I'm using here is formulas that is conversion, throughput, and ramp time. So you know already conversion percentage, how we will calculate usually closed deals divided by qualified leads into 100, right? So how many deals that we closed by with the help of the executives divided by the qualified leads, how many leads that we qualified into 100, we will get the conversion percentage, as simple as that. So in nowadays CRM software automatically it gives, or in the Google Sheets with the formula we will get Excel sheet or Google Sheets or Power BI. So throughput targets, so in throughput how we will calculate, so leads handled into conversion percentages, right? The leads handled, how many leads that we handled into conversion percentage will give us throughput targets. Then the ramp time I told you, date of the first sale minus start date of the executive. When the executive started and came to our training, till that to his start date, his first sale. Sorry, I'm sorry. The when the sales executive hits the sales flow from that date to the his first sale date, that is the ramp time. Within how many days he will do his first sale. So the target KPIs for this usually I keep whenever I go in this type of modules was ER, like that L1, right? L1 level of the Kirkpatrick reaction. So that reaction should be more than or equal to 4.2 divided by 5. That is minimum they have to achieve 4.2 score. So role play, whenever we ask for them to go with the role play, so that pass percentage must be more than or equal to 80%, because that is very important here in the second step of the target KPI. In the knowledge lift, again, whenever we train something, the knowledge lift should happen. That is for what reason we are making it happen, right? So that should be around 25 to 40 percentage again. So ramp time should, because of all these things, what happened was, what should happen is, like the ramp time should reduce 10 to 15 days with a reinforcement. So this is what our major idea is all about, right? So why I'm making this, KPIs very much important, because the training quality is not just about only the attendance, the people attending the trainings, but it is the business outcome that what we have to achieve. Am I right? So because of which these all things are very much essential. So let me tell you one of the practical experiences that I came across. It was capacity calculation. That is HR scenario one. I'm just explaining it in two scenarios. So this is the first scenario. You can see there are 800 hires in total. 800 hires in total. So what we had planned was HR was planning and we were planning was like 100 per month, and HR assigns us only 4 trainers. So now this is how I usually make the model. So there are two models in my mind always, that is low touch model and high touch model. So usually in low touch model, what we will do is lecture style method of training will be there. So where will be like a one way teacher communication type, teacher type. Second one is high touch, right? High touch means what? It is like a more or like a coach, like a coach. So as I told you, so there are two methods now. So if I go with the low touch, right? So what I will do is I will take 25 each batch size. So as I have been given that 4 sessions per month, 4 sessions per month, right? So now the capacity per trainer is equal to 25 into 4, that is 100. So we have 25 batch size. In one batch, 25 members, executives will be there. 4 sessions will be happening. So 25 into 100, 4 is equal to 100. So now trainers needed for 100 hires. So for this 100 hires, one trainer is enough for us. One trainer is completely enough. But if we go with the high touch, right, where role play is there, coaching is there, then batch size we can keep it as 12, so that focus will be more. Then same 4 sessions per month if we also keep, then 12 fours are 48. So now what we can do is the 100, the 100 the trainers needed for 100 hires, right? So for 100 divided by 48, that is 3 trainers. So we require 3 trainers to make this happen. So check out this difference, delegates. Just check out this difference. See, when we are going with a low touch, we want only one trainer to give the training. As simple as that. But when we want to coach them, we want 3 trainers properly to imbibe all the knowledge with the practical skills. So my recommendation for you all is use always 3 trainers for high touch batches with a batch size of 12 to 15 trainees only for the maximum output. I'm telling, because you can observe each and every executive properly. Then keep one floater coach always. So that floater coach, what we will do is he will do the call shadowing of each and every executive, and he will also do the one-on-one coaching, also one-on-one clinics also for the executives where they are lacking and lagging behind. Then the third one is what we can the recommendation from my side is like this matches the HR's 4% roster, but explain why all are essential. So see, with this, what I can tell you is all trainers are required, all the executives are required, but our model differs. What model we are following, based on that it differs. So ultimately, if we want, the quality of the role plays and the coaching, whatever that we are imbibing, implementing, so that should happen with the three trainers are needed to hire the 100 hires plus one coach for reinforcement. That's why HR's this 4 trainer allocation was perfect. In my past experience, what happened that I'm telling you. So now I will tell you one of the another scenarios what happened. So first scenario, are you all okay with that? Do you agree with me that the idea that how I thought and I implemented? Do you agree with that? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now let me go with the next one. That is capacity calculation of the HR scenario 2. So in this, what happens? See, scenario 2, this was a smaller project where 400 hires were there total. That is again 100 per month. Take it as 400, 4 months for 400 hires. So the factor, the impact, differences, how we made it happen. So the trainers required, again, the same. I will go with this model only, 3 trainers plus one coach, so that it will be easy for the imbibing that, the learnings, as well as one coach can do all the other essential work. And the duration, the circular method can also be used. One trainer will come out and become a coach, and one trainer will go inside as a trainer. So that also the circular thing happens. So the duration. So only 4 months is required. So we can rotate the trainers after the project also. So planning, planning we have made was like training pipeline was very much focused because of what it was so much clear. And risk of the underutilization of the team, if the team is too large, the risk of underutilization of the team or the resources will be there. So because of which, that I should say, there is a note also here I have written, you can see. So with this 400 hires scenario, the trainer capacity stays the same, but the project ends faster. That is what we have to majorly focus upon here. So I would usually plan upon this redeployment of the trainers to upskilling or refresher training after 4 months. So this is again essential. So what are the takeaway from this module, I can say? So the module takeaways are: always we have to calculate the capacity of the trainers or of the business with the real batch size. What is the real batch size? Based on that only we have to calculate the capacity. The second one is, see, BPO sales needs always high touch. So lecture style looks efficient, but still I want high touch only always, because coaching always helps in the long run. So always follow that. Third one, 3 trainers and 1 coach is the sweet spot for 100 hires per month. And scaling without quality, guys, for all the members, I would like to recall once again: scaling without quality, that is equal to poor conversions for sure. So it will not help you to drive the ROI properly. So always focus upon scaling the quality. If the quality is good, if the process is good, the outcome will be always good. So this is what I would like to convince once again with this module, that training and learning and development, sales training is not at all just a training, guys. This is a very important investment for every business. So here I have completed with my sixth module. So before going to the seventh module, I would like to ask you, if you have any questions, you can come up with the ask questions. Yes, right. Okay, I would like to take one question here from David from Australia. Yes. Here, David, he is asking one of the important, things, that he is asking, like, as you told in the previous module, this method, like, conversion rates with the throughput targets. Here, I told you, uh, just a minute, I'm reading his message is little bit big, no? Okay. So the gist of his question is, you confirm me once again, David. Uh, Yeah, you're from Australia. I know. No worries, no worries. Whatever is there, you can talk with me. I can understand. I can understand all the accents based on whatever the typings you are typing. Based on that, I can understand. Not a problem. So yeah, yeah. What is your question? I understood. Let me reconfirm you once again before answering. So you are asking me if these hires like goes for from 800 to 1600 or 2000, then at what should happen? See, the simple technique: always have this 3+1 model, where until and unless you can reach out to maximum number of the trainees in a single stretch. If at all, if at all you feel the number is more and the higher, then you can reduce these trainers to two, so that 2 trainers will be completely engaging the classroom sessions and the knowledge imbibing works, and 2 coaches will always be available for the enablement. The capacity enablement can happen very thoroughly. So always focus upon two. That is also wonderful idea itself.